You were there, you lived it, you survived it, but you remember nothing. Not the blinding hospital lights, not the cold slap of the air hitting your skin, not the sound of your first breath. It's like your life started on Chapter 3. Tech are Chapters 1 and 2. Here's the strange truth. You've already lived through the most dramatic, life-altering experience of your existence, and your mind has completely erased it. You weren't unconscious. You weren't asleep. You were there awake, alive, and feeling everything. So why is your memory wiped clean? Some say it's nature's mercy, some say it's neurological design, and some think the real answer is even deeper. Let's rewind. Imagine your brain as a massive recording studio. Lights, microphones, panels, ready to capture your every moment. But at birth, that studio is a construction zone, cables missing, walls half-built. No power to the control room. Sure, the mics are picking up noise, but there's no engineer, no tapes, no filing system. You're absorbing everything: the bright lights, the voices, the pressure on your body, but none of it sticks, because the part of your brain responsible for taking short-term experiences and storing them as long-term memories, the hippocampus, still warming up, still learning, still not fully online. It's like trying to download an app on a phone with no operating system. It just doesn't work. Not yet, and that's not the only thing missing. Think about how you remember things now, not just with images, but with words. You remember that summer vacation because you labeled it summer. You remember your grandmother's house because someone told you it was your grandmother's house. But as a newborn, you don't even know what a you is. No language, no concept of time, no understanding of identity. Your brain is trying to capture a movie with no script, no camera angles, and no sense of plot. So even if something did get recorded, it's just static, and soon, even that fades away. But here's where it gets even more interesting. What if I told you some people swear they remember their birth, the lights, the doctor's hands, even the feeling of being pulled into the world? Are they lying? Or are they tapping into something forgotten? We'll get to that in part 2, but first, let this sink in. The moment you were born was likely the most painful, confusing, and raw moment of your life, and your brain chose intentionally or not to protect you from it. Asterisk, asterisk, you've made it this far. You don't remember being born because your brain wasn't ready. But what if I told you that memory isn't just about storing the past, it's also about protecting you from it? Because being born isn't beautiful, it's terrifying. Think about it. For 9 months, you lived in complete safety. No cold, no hunger, no light, no pain. Then suddenly, a brutal squeeze, blinding lights, foreign hands, and the first breath of air that burns like fire in your lungs. Your world flipped from warm silence to chaotic noise in seconds. And the only thing your brain knew how to do was survive. There's a theory some scientists and psychologists propose, that infantile amnesia isn't just about brain development. It's a kind of emotional firewall, because if you could remember that trauma, the pain, the panic, the helplessness, it might haunt you for the rest of your life. But here's where the story twists. Some people claim they do remember it. A bright tunnel, floating above themselves, seeing faces, or feeling a strange mix of fear and peace. Are they accessing real memories? Or are they experiencing a blend of dreams, stories, and imagination? Science says probably not real. Memory doesn't work. Retroactively, you can't recover something your brain never encoded in the first place. But the mind is a powerful thing, and it fills in gaps. You hear stories, you see baby photos. You're told you came out screaming, or you were blue and silent, and without realizing it, you start to form a mental movie, not a memory, a reconstruction, a story you think you remember. But it's a story built on whispers and images. False memories are more common than you think, and they feel just as real as true ones. That's why eyewitness testimony can be so unreliable. That's why your childhood memories shift over time. It's why some people swear they remember their first moments of life, even though science says it's nearly impossible. But here's the paradox. Even if we don't remember being born, it shaped us more than any other experience. It was your first confrontation with fear, your first taste of pain, your first breath of independence, and maybe, just maybe, your brain chose to forget, not because it failed you, but because it protected you. Because memory isn't just about what happened, It's about what you need to carry. And some things are simply too heavy. So next time you wonder why your earliest memories begin in a sandbox or a stroller, remember this: you didn't start life forgetting. You started life surviving. Like this video if your mind was blown. Comment what your earliest memory actually is. And don't forget to subscribe for more mind-bending stories about the human brain.